what's up my Scarlet Eggplants? This is Rob from the Gay Guy Plays, and interesting fact, when I was looking up Scarlet Eggplants, I found out that they were related to a tomato and an eggplant, which would make you think that they would be red. No, they're actually green. In fact, I don't think I've seen a variety that is red, but it's still named Scarlet, so it goes along with the theme. Regardless, today on the Snapshot, one of our old favorites has been whipped into shape when we take a look at the Ceti Lacera. Now, you can pick up the Ceti Lacera for 20,000 Scarlet credits from Little Duck over on the Flotilla during Operation Scarlet Spear. Where it's going to be after the event, I genuinely have no clue, but do be aware this does require Mastery Rank 12 to craft. Alrighty, so before we jump in, let's go ahead and take a look at the Ceti Lacera on paper and compare it to its base variant. Forged for veterans of the Scarlet Spear conflict, this Lacera has been modified to enhance nimbleness and lethality. Kinda sorta. As you can see, its attack speed has gone up significantly from 0.917 to 1.08, and believe you me, you can feel it, and it feels real good. In addition to that, its critical chance has jumped from a measly 5% all the way up to 20%. However, a bit of a sacrifice has been made. As you can see, its status chance has dropped from 45% down to 40%. So that's a 5% sacrifice for the rest of the boosts that this get. And I think, you know what, that's kind of sort of fair. The other thing that I did want to point out, just in case you were new to the Lacera, keep in mind that it does have IPS, but in addition to that, it does have electricity built in. Now, interesting fact, as you can see, none of that spread has changed. However, when we get to the slam attacks, there are definitely some buffs in there. So we have the slam attack damage, the slam attack radial damage, and the slam attack radius has all gone up. Nothing crazy significantly. However, I did want to make note for everybody who does like to use their combos and go into the heavy attack that lifts enemies up. That could be a nice little bonus for you. Me personally, I kind of like to hold on to my combo counter for specific builds, and this is one of those weapons I like those combo counter builds for. So, you know, if you're gonna use it, it's got buff. Me, doesn't really affect me in any way, shape, or form. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Now, I don't remember if I actually did one of the videos when we went over the stances for sword and blade and whip and whatever it's called. I don't know. There's many parts to this name, and you guys know that I tend to forget the names. But I did not remember the Lacera being this good, so I don't know if it's just the additional crit that's really helped it. But can I just tell you, I was really freaking impressed. I was like, wait. Did we just, like, you know, take a couple deep breaths and that guy was dead? Because I was definitely like, wow. Has it always been this good? Like, well, actually, you know what? It was pretty good. But I mean, like, I didn't check it out after Melee 2.9997. And I was like, oh, well, this variant is feeling kind of spicy. So, I do have to say, I feel like even though, it was like 20k Scarlet credits, I feel like for those of you guys who do like Blade and Whip and who did like the Lacera, like, look, a couple deep breaths, like 2 or 3 deep breaths, and that guy was like out. So for me personally, I was like, yum. The only thing that I was sad to see, because I was going to try to play around with a heavy attack build, because for those of you guys who don't know, the heavy attack on this is basically like a Scorpion's get over here. But it doesn't have a force slash proc onto it, and I was like, oh, that would have been cool if it did. So that way we could do one of those one hit, but you gotta wait till they bleed out kill builds, you know what I mean? So unfortunately that was not there for it. But I tried, believe you me, I tried. However, just the standard combo builds on these ones are pretty juicy on their own. I'm gonna count them as dead. They're dead. That's fine. They're dead. Well, before we go ahead and take a look at the build, let's do a little bit of a heavy slam radial attack. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna build up the combo counter using the forward combo, because as you can see, there's a good range on it, and you can kind of build that up a little bit. Let's do a little radial attack here. Again, it's not necessarily my favorite bit of all of this. However, I do have to say, you know, I appreciate it. We'll also take a look at a couple of variants of this build because of the fact that I actually feel like there was another one that I liked a tad bit better, but We'll see it all in action in a second. So as you can see, this is going to be the standard hybrid build. We are actually using Condition Overload and Blood Rush because of the 20% critical chance. That one I really, really like. We do have an Organ Shatter in there to kind of supplement that as well. But we are using Viral and only Viral. I have Drifting Contact on this one, which is kind of like the questionable one because I do like to run with Naramon. I know there's a lot of people out there that really, really enjoy their, their Zeneric Energizing Dash stuff. I don't fuck with that. But me personally, I do like a little bit of Buzzkill in this as well, because what happens is that kind of bumps up the chance for Slash, and that'll give us more chances, because as you can see, it does drop down the status chance from 104 down to 88, but it's still fairly significant, at least in my opinion, and we'll go ahead and take a look at how that one pans out. But yeah, this one will just like weigh a little bit heavier into the Slash, and the Slash is definitely kind of juicy on this. So part of me doesn't necessarily know whether I want to give that up for a little bit of the combo counter. Like, you can see those Slash procs literally at work. Literally, that's just kind of juicy. So that's probably the one that we're going to go for. I did want to make note that it did actually polarize out a dash slot, just so that I could kind of like fuck around with the way that this is built. Also, really quick rundown on the combos. The standing combo is this one, and that one definitely seems to do just the most damage in general for this. The forward has a little bit more AoE to it. You can hit more targets at once. What is it called? The block attack is like this kind of like swing away. And then there's also this forward and block stance. It just feels a little clunkier. I just like the standard one. But yeah, so that's kind of like how this all works out. This is definitely a weapon that I feel like is worth investing in if you really like your blade and whip stuff. Like, as you can see, if you like your Slash procs, it's gonna do a nice hefty job for you. Let's get one of these in. Just because it did get buffed, but as you can see, I don't necessarily feel like it's gonna be like the be-all end-all of your combat. Are they all dead? I guess they're dead. We're gonna count that guy as dead. So let me know how you feel about this down in the comments below. I know that a lot of people are kind of like struggling with their Scarlet Spear points. Me, I'm honestly just doing a lot of railjack and grinding away at it with my teams, and the bonuses now that I've seen, I got like a 10k bonus just a little bit ago, so I'm assuming that things are kind of getting better. I don't know. Don't ask me. There's been so many weird bugs and stuff, and it's been a little bit frustrating on that end, but I've still managed to make it work regardless. Let me know how you feel about the Ceti Lacera down in the comments below. Are you guys excited? Are you sword and whip and blade and whatever chain users yourself, and just happy to see another one added to the roster? Toss your feelings down in the comments below, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. But make sure you wash your hands first. And also, I'm going to add this onto that, like, call somebody, call a friend, call your mama, call your family. Do whatever you got to do. Keep in touch with people in this day and age. This day and age, I sound old. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.